again, for anybody that might be new here, what we do, this is Triple T, TikTok Tuesday, where myself, the viewers, the dudes in the studio, they send over some videos that they think are just absolutely hilarious or maybe informational or educational. I don't know. So what we do is we get them, we show them, we react. Not only do we react live, I'm the only one that has seen most of them because I've had to filter a few. And we've had some that come in that turn out not to be a great idea for Triple T. So we filter them, we show them. And if you're listening only, then, maybe come over to the live show sometime that's on the YouTube or anything else. And then you can see the videos with us. And it's probably a little confusing when we're showing a video and laughing really hard and you have no idea what we're talking about. But so it was pretty cool. You kind of gave the insight of your name, Evan, which how that came about. And just curious, because we've done a lot of these episodes. Some of these guys have been interviewed on the Thursday show. But what was how did you get into TikTok? Like, I know a couple of us, and we can go around the room and say how we got into it. But I'm just kind of curious, what got you into it?
So, and I always mess up the name, but I was watching like a mini lad. It was like a meme stream. He used to do like I don't know if he still does it because he's a fucking weirdo now. I guess he was. It just got exposed. But anyways, I was watching it like a TikTok meme compilation, and like that. It's so funny because it's like full circle. It's crazy. That like hit or miss video, right? Everybody knows it. The Queen came on, and I was like I was in a heated debate with my girlfriend. I was like, man, no, I don't know. Like, we're trying to like peg gender. Back and forth. And I was like, you know what, whatever. I'll fucking download this app. So I downloaded the app, watched a few videos, and then I was like, fuck, I could totally throw all of like the hilarious recycled snaps that I have done. So I did that for the first little bit, and then I just started making dumb stuff, and then like it just evolved and spiraled from there.
Nice.
But it's funny. It like kind of came to a pretty big rise, like a pretty big peak when the hit or miss girl followed me back. And she's an absolute sweetheart, like 100%.
She never missed.
So yeah, never at all. So, but no, super nice. Got a lot of hate, still cringes whenever that shit comes on, or she like gets called the hit or miss girl. I'm sorry, but yeah, no, that's kind of the way it went. And then it was just kind of, I don't know, doing dumb shit, making fun edits. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
No, that's a heck of a story because, a lot of people that I talked to before, like their kind of story was like, well, a pandemic broke out and I decided to join TikTok. And next thing you know, I've been on the app 4 months and I have 3 million followers. So yeah, I'm kind of a big deal. And it's like, well,
not me.
Did you ever have to write backwards on paper and then fucking tape it to your chest?
I had to do it on a whiteboard. It was fucking ridiculous. And then I found out that there's that screen swap, like the mirror effect. I was like, oh, this is so much fucking easier.
That didn't even come into effect for a while.
Oh, yeah, I had to put it as like my favorite thing because I hate when it's all backwards.
Yeah. Brendan, we've been on for like almost since inception.
Yeah, so actually, I was on Musical.ly. I was on Facebook, and they have like the videos that I correlate with, whatever you're watching. So if I'm watching like NFL highlights, it'd show me different games, but it would always have this ad of that green little frog alien guy from like, it was like a Mexican song or something like that too. And it was like, I don't know how it goes, but it was like "Dama Damasita," or something like that.
I knew.
And he's sitting there doing the little fucking like Egyptian dance, and I'm like, I kept seeing it, and I was like, okay, shit, I'm just gonna try it out. I'm like, let me just download this, and I watched forever. And I even told my wife, I was like, this is the greatest fucking thing I've seen. But I was like, I don't know why I've seen a lot of cosplayers, like a lot, and I'm like going through it, but like the lives were cool, and I kept seeing like the same people over and over again, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to make some videos with my kids. And then I started seeing some adult humor on here. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to try it. And then I chose You've Been Whacking Off, a whole different account. And then it switched to TikTok. I remember the transition. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, it's going to blow up. And all my friends were like, you're stupid for making these videos. Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, no. I was like, this app is going to be big. Watch. pandemic hit, everyone's on TikTok. Suddenly it's cool to be on TikTok. And I'm like, this sucks now. I'm like, I don't like it.
I got a lot of that.
I was so against it, but then I had a phone with a bunch of extra space. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to check out this bullshit. That was it.
Yeah.
That was literally it.
That's the excuse.
Yeah, no, that's literally the excuse. I got a new phone. It had a bunch of space, and I had ability to download more apps. And it coincidentally, there was the the pandemic around the same time. But I started before the pandemic. I'll just I'll die on that hill, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I was right at the tail end of the Musical.ly as well. I was on there for a little bit, then it transitioned over, and TikTok was kind of weird. Like you said, it was so frowned upon. People were like, "Oh, you're on here," and it was like a lot of cosplay, but it was a lot of, and this is no disrespect to any, but it seemed like a lot of poverty-stricken people that were on the app. And anytime I would be there, it was like, I don't have money to feed my baby this week. If somebody can help me out in the live, I don't have money for smokes. I don't have money. And it was like, it kind of reminded me of like a virtual, almost homeless, like walking down the streets. It was a lot of like begging for money. And you know what I mean? It wasn't nearly what it has evolved today. And then I read some articles. That's kind of what the original creators were pushing for the app. Was it to be like this kind of, homeless, kind of poor thing to see, and generate money. And then it popped.
Like I make jokes about saying I need money for beer, but like I never like I'm hurting.
Yeah. No, right out the gate, it was like straight, just families that were going through hard times, did not have a lot. And, they were just on their phones hanging out, and just kind of asking for money and stuff. And, and what's weird is because I remember there was like a handful of them that for whatever reason stuck in my brain because I kept seeing them right out the gate. And I've tried to find a couple of them, haven't been able to find any of them on this app. And then there was one that I ended up stumbling upon. They changed their name and like they have a huge following. And I was like, oh shit, like that should be like a success story. Like TikTok should push that. Like, I started from nothing and now look at me, like I'm doing well. My kids are well. Like it's pretty cool. And it's pretty powerful as you guys all know. Like it's a fun app. You made a lot of people, like a lot of friends that I would have never met any of you guys if it wasn't for this app,
No.
I know, like people don't understand like how awesome like the community, especially if your For You page really does do its job. You're like, this is some cool shit. And I remember like Jonathan Moss, like he's another turnaround. He was homeless as well when he started on TikTok.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
And I remember he had like 20,000 followers whenever I shared one of his videos. He was outside of a gas station yelling at these seagulls while he got a Slurpee. And he's telling this story, doing his fucking shit. And I'm like, this guy is hilarious. Like, this app is fucking cold. and now he's got millions and millions of followers. And so, I mean, he's just one of the several success stories just from this app alone.
You know how many people like I will talk to with beards and like, I have a beard mask or stuff. And like, where'd you hear about this? I go, oh, TikTok. Oh, where do you get your products? Oh, I learned about it from TikTok. And people are just like so flabbergasted because I'm 35 years old and they're like, wait a minute, TikTok? I'm like, trust me, the community isn't all just children. You can find your drunks, you can find your shotgunners, you can find your beards, you can find, your Canadians that just do terrible.
You couldn't even finish the sentence in bash.
No, I didn't want to insult the guy.
Yeah, they're just
do it. Hurt me.
Yeah, so we're gonna